What's up, everyone? George Rose is here. Today I want you to sit back, relax, and come with me on a long walk and get to know me a little better. You know how we do it. Another day, another story. Let's get into the real deal. Hello, hello. It is approximately 1 o'clock, and I am on one of my longer walks. This one takes me all the way down by the college I used to go to. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to find out the distance with this watch. We'll get the finalized amount of steps and divide them 2,266, and that'll give us the approximate miles I walked today. This one, I've been trying to get the miles on because it's kind of a quirky walk. Meaning it goes in and out of not residential areas. I go on this really special trail I'm going to show you guys later. As you recall, you're coming with me on this journey. You saw I weighed in at about 152 poundaroonies, which is almost 11 pounds up because I'm subtracting 2 pounds because I drank 2 pounds of water prior to that weigh-in. So it was really 150. So I'm up 11 pounds. Ooh, I gained 11 pounds during the last 2 months, November and December. Not good. So you're going to be on this journey with me to see if we can get down to 130 together. It's going to be awesome. Glad you're joining me. I don't know if you guys can see me good with this sun coming to the side of me, but let's see how long it takes. We started on January 5th is when I started, and we're going to handle this and see how long it takes. Maybe through the end of January, maybe to get down to 130. So far I'm fasting. We're way past the 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 20 more hours and I get to eat. I can't wait. I'm not going to get crazy. They're going to stay keto. My son goes, hey, I can get some free Chick-fil-A. I'm like, man, why you got to throw that at me? That's crazy. I don't want, why you got to tempt a sucker? So anyway, cool little walk up this way. Going uphill. Hills are good for you. Hills are your friend when you're trying to get healthy. So I'll be going up this hill, turning right, then making another left, following that along on this long, it's definitely over 7 or 8 miles. It takes at least 2 hours and 45 minutes. So I'll chime in with you along the journey and you can enjoy some of my views today. Today is January 7th, 2025. My goodness, I don't want to have to keep editing down below. It is not that date. Shame on me, shame on me. Apologize for that. I don't know if I'll be able to edit that out. My very first vlog was horrible. And I already uploaded it and I erased it from my phone because doing videos takes up a lot of space. So I couldn't go back and fix it. I apologize for that first video. There is some swearing in it and I don't want that. I don't want that. Real life, real deal is what the channel is right now. But it's going to be changed. They said, you cannot change that for 2 weeks. So it's going to end up being real deal. Real, like a film, real, R-E-E-L, and then deal. So as I explained before, I kind of took that from my gaming name, my online gaming name. Yes, I used to be into a few video games. Crazy. Dead by Daylight was my favorite, and Rocket League. Those are the two. Those were my go-to games. I jumped in a little bit on Fortnite, but didn't really grab me up like that DBD. Oh, and Friday the 13th. Yep. All right. Well, now we're going downhill. And yes, I bandaged my thumb up again because it's not fully healed. And I don't want there to be a problem where it just rips that end off. Ooh, it would hurt. Came this far, let's get it healed. Put a little protective wrap around it. Alrighty, we'll be back. Right now, we just walked past one of my favorite trees. It's such a beautiful tree, and I would hate to see it fall down during these storms, but they take good care of it. Here it is. Isn't that a beautiful tree? Look at how beautiful and majestic that tree is. I love that tree. It's so cool. That is one of my favorite trees along this route that I take. So beautiful. Now, as much as I'd like to show you my view walking away from you see the tree in the background? It's so nice. I love it. Oh, we love you, tree. Yes, we do. You're such a beautiful tree. Love that tree. But let's see what it looks like. If I try to show you, how bad will it be with the sun in our eyes? Maybe if I put my hand over? I don't know. But yes, this is my view. I almost forgot to mention, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I took a shower this morning rather than last night, so my hair isn't as crazy and out of balance as it normally is. So you might be appreciating that. Yeah, it gets so crazy. So this is what I normally look like. But I'm giving you a real, I invite you into the real part of my life when I wake up in the morning and just say, oh, I'm going to shoot. Yes, I don't comb my hair. But today I showered this morning and now you get to see it's not as bad up here. I'm still going to get a haircut. So, yeah, some of you may have noticed, geez, if you see the first video I put out, the vlog, cutting the dog's nails, I almost want to take that one down. I look horrible, but it's real deal. It's real life. So sometimes you got to go with the flow. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do that. We'll see. We'll see. Beautiful walk here. Nice palm trees. And in the background you can hear, yes, the people doing lawns. As we come around the bend, this street is just one long shot all the way down to Food Max. Well, there's a few zigzags, but it is just, I keep going down this road, crossing that street way down there. I can't even remember the name right now. And then continuing down. Oh yes, beautiful day out, blue skies, very nice. The street I'm talking about, that little car you see way down there, the car just went by, that is Dewey. But yes, this is a nice walk. Look at this beautiful tree here. Nice walk down this lovely road. But it gets a little crazy as we continue on because there's no sidewalks and it's on a very busy street as we continue down Winding Way. Yes, Winding Way, which leads us to American River College, a college I started at in 2000 when I first moved up here. And it took me this whole time to finally finish getting my bachelor's in archaeology and biological anthropology. I didn't know what I wanted. Life took over here and there, and I kept going back, leaving. It was finally done, 25 years in the making. 25 years, folks. As you can see, we're coming up on Dewey. We're going to cross this. This is there's Del Campo High School over there. That's the school I didn't want my son going to. I don't know. Just had a bunch of kids there that I didn't want my son getting involved in the drinking and the partying. Wanted him to get into sports. But now we're going down all the way down this road here. Look at that nice palm tree. All the way down this road here. I'll get to Jan and I'll make a right. That's a long journey down that road. I like it because it's just a straight shot. Thank you for viewing in with me and enjoy this nice walk with me in the day out here in Fair Oaks. We might be in Carmichael now. It's weird. It splits, I think, right there at Dewey. Look at how tall those oleanders are. Beautiful. Got a few more right there. Deep. Yeah, I think that's what they're called, oleander. Oh, and we got some over there by what I think is either a pine or a redwood. Continuing the walk. Thank you for joining me. This was my son's old middle school, Thomas Kelly, and very cool. Can't believe time flew by so quickly. Now that was 8 years ago when he was in 5th grade here. But we're making our way to Jan, and then we'll be going down to where it dead ends into a T, making a left. And I have to use the restroom, so I can't wait to get to Food Max. Time flies. I used to like to bring Christopher a Little Caesars pizza on his lunchtime when I had the chance to do it. And all his friends would be like, "Christopher, your dad." Yeah, it's cool. And their playground's way in the back. And Miss Mary ran the after-school day program back there. She was so nice. That's why it's good to cherish every moment. Get out and do something every day. Time just flies. Well, we made it to the T. Now we're going up Crestview, zigzagging along here. I gotta kind of hurry. Like I mentioned, I have to use the restroom, and after this will be the last bathroom break you can take in an actual restroom. So you don't want to have to be going to the bathroom, because this isn't even the halfway mark. Not even close. I didn't get to tell you what I'm wearing today. My crazy shirt that I got from Burlington. And yes, some red sweats and Converse. I hope you guys can see that. Yes, yes, yes. Kind of feels good to take a shower in the morning. I might have to continue doing that, but I'm perspiring a little on this walk because I try to walk a little bit fast, but also filming makes it a little difficult. We'll see what happens. I know I'm not wearing my Under Armour shoes that are way more comfortable. I'm wearing these because on this trail, like it just rained yesterday. And it's going to be muddy, buddy. It's going to be muddy. I'm not going to get my nice brand new Under Armour shoes all messed up. So that's why I'm wearing those today. I cannot see anything because the sun is in my face, but it's best for filming, I'm finding out. Like, you don't want to be like this. I don't know, I guess that might be okay. We'll see when I go to edit. So I go down there, and that's Winding Way, and I'm going to make a right. We'll be continuing down Winding Way all the way that way, and this is the dangerous street I'm telling you about that I have to deal with. There is no sidewalk once you get past Manzanita down there where the cars are going horizontally. It's going to get pretty crazy. Normally there's a homeless person here. There's the remnants. I feel so sad for them or him or her. I never saw them personally, but I always see their tent. Usually it's there and some stuff baggaged up. If I don't have to walk on that busy side street, I don't like to. I came across this walk because this is a normal walk that I do, but I make a right there on Manzanita and follow that back down to Bourbon and make another right and then start heading back towards home. But I wanted to extend my walk, and it all started from eating something way heavy. I don't know what it was. Could have been a Jersey Mike's sandwich. Yeah, I ate a full one to my head, the large. Yeah, the $20 one. Club sub, turkey, ham, provolone cheese. Oh my goodness. With a ridiculous amount of onions. So we're in the back of Food Max now. I'll hit you up as I continue on. But yeah, that's how this whole walk started, was from eating that whole sandwich. And I was like, I gotta go on a walk and work some of this off. That's just way too much food to be eating and sitting around. Sorry about that. There's a good shot. That used to be a bowling alley over there, and they are just demolishing it, putting in something, I don't know what. But guess where we're at? Yay, 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 yay. My voice is going out. We're at Food Max. I can use the restroom. Yay, and we also have Five Below. This little shopping center is going out of business, and it's so sad. There used to be a Ross here. I used to love shopping here. Oh, I love Sacktown. There's little barrios, Fair Oaks, Carmichael, North Highlands. So when I say I'm here in Sacramento, it's just, I'm not officially in Sacramento. Fair Oaks is my hometown. But yes, I love it here. I've lived in Carmichael when I first moved up here. And now we are at, I don't shop here. I'm a Walmart or Winco shopper because I gotta stretch my dollar. But I'll be back with you because we're gonna be heading down that way, continuing down Winding Way. I only hope I remember the code. Okay, we're leaving. That was quick. I did remember the code. And our journey begins once again, heading down this way. And this is the street we'll be going down, but we'll be heading west. Here's the mud puddles, which is why I did not. This is nothing to where I'm going. I don't even know what it's going to look like because I walk along a path in back of American River College, and who knows how muddy that is. Ah, the farmer's wife, farm fresh produce. And this is where the sidewalk literally begins its disappearing act on us. So we have to be careful. I'm going all the way down there, straight down there, folks. Very sad. When it rains, the worms like to come out of the grass and they end up dying right here. So I'm going to save his life. Throw him way back in there. They say it's from the sound of the rain that brings them out. Did you know that scientists don't really understand why they do that, according to Google? Because I've Googled this many months ago, wondering why do they do that? They come out of the wet area and die. It's either because they get drowning out in the grass area from all the water, but it also said that the pounding of the drops on the ground makes them, the vibration does something to them, so they come out. Fun fact. Well, I Googled the worm deal just to make sure I wasn't misinforming you, and it said this time that they come out because their burrows get too wet, and when they come out onto the cement, it dries up too quickly before they can go back. Their skin dries up and they can't move, and they end up dying there. That makes a whole lot of sense. I wonder why before Google told me, oh, scientists don't even know why. I don't know. It did say that though, I promise you. I can't tell you how many times I've walked down this path. Well, not how many times, a few times. This fence keeps getting taken out. So I guess people come down this road really fast and take this poor guy's house fence down, his property fence. He fixed it again, but I've seen it at least twice. Dismantled and like a car ran through it. As a matter of fact, you can see all the remnants of car crashes. Yeah, it's crazy. Making her way. I literally need to be careful now because this is where the road or the sidewalk or any safe area to walk runs out. And I don't want to end up with my family having to make one of those flowers with a sign mural from a car hitting me. I was really worried about it during Christmas and Thanksgiving and the New Year when I walked down here because you know fools be getting drunk. So I have to cross over, always walk with traffic coming to you. And we will continue down this beautiful walk here. American River College is right over there. It is a wonderful walk, but I don't know if it's worth the risk. I really don't. And sometimes I go, you know what? I'm not doing this walk. It's just too dangerous. Because I'm totally relying on people not hitting you. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. There is bike lane, but it's totally dangerous. I used to shoot archery in the back of the college somewhere back here, over that way. That was a really fun class. I have yet to reinvest in a bow. I still have all my arrows, but they provided the bow. Yeah, it gets pretty dumb. As we get closer to this intersection, then it's a little better, but yeah. Walking through all that, hey! It's crazy. We got you on camera. Why would they honk at you? You can't walk into this stuff. Coming up on this, then we have to zigzag a ways. I don't know the name of the street we make a right on. Stay tuned. That's the football field for American River College through those bushes over there. That's the parking lot. But man, this is a beautiful area. That's why I like walking it. Except for all the cars. We're almost where we make a right. Kind of got to be careful. And now we're heading down College Oak. That way. Took me nearly 23 years to finish my associates here. I have an associate's in general science and associates in anthropology. Then I revved it up. Like I said, life took over. Then I revved it up. 24, 25, I just went full time. And I got to tell you right now, I could not have done it without the help of family. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Auntie. Could not have done it. Thank you, financial aid. Jeez Louise. And my hat goes off to the students that work full-time and go to college full-time. I couldn't do it. I'll tell you right now, I would not have finished it in 2 years. Nope. Been another 4 years. There's just no way I could have done it. Just no way. So, like I said, my hat goes off. I see those students in there, those young students going full-time and working full-time. How you do it, I do not know. I would have never gotten the grades I got had I done that. School's out of session right now. Classes are till the 21st of January. Everyone's on winter break. But this parking lot back in 2008, 7 was packed. Was packed. You could not, it was hard to get a parking spot even here. And this is the back lot. There's another lot I'll show you that's up front. But that's the football field right over yonder. And we had our graduation here. I had it here in 2023 or 2022 fall. So, and then I started at Sac State. But I was so scared for leaving this college because I was so used to it. I was terrified. So I had been going here for so long, I don't want to walk in the street and I don't want to walk in that mush. I had been going here so long that I got used to, because my original degree was, well, I didn't know originally when I went, so I was just taking the class, but at some point they go, hey, you got to pick a major, because you're coming up on, you know, whatever, so many units, and I was like, I really like biological anthropology. So I started taking those kind of classes. Math is big, it's heavy math. No, not biological anthropology, I take that back. So I started taking biotechnology. That's what I wanted to do. I really was cool, wanted to know about the basis for DNA and how they work, and I thought that was really cool, ATCG, and I started doing that, but it led me inside of the, the STEM. They had a STEM help class that after you went to class, you can go there. They were open so many hours. I had to go there a lot and try to really pick up on what I was learning. I don't know. It was very difficult for me to grasp the math and all that. And there was also a learning center in here you can go into. And fun fact, this college, for some reason, didn't have me writing very many essays. I had one essay, and that was in psychology, where you had to reference stuff and cite it. Yeah, I think it was 1,200 to 1,500 words. And that was the only one I really had to do until I got to Sac State. And man, let me tell you, that's where my writing skills really took. I had to learn this stuff better, and I was like, wow, I don't remember all that. Mind you, I did start from the bottom up, because when I went to high school, I didn't really pay much attention, and I graduated. I hate to say it, I literally came back to college and just said, start me from the ground up, especially with writing. I was terrible at it. Terrible. And it brings back so many memories. Well, it's only been 2 years here, but it's just crazy how long it took for me to finish. In some ways I regret it, but in other ways I don't, because family, kids. So I started here in 2000. I was working at FedEx. I came here and I did part-time. I think some of my first classes were, it was a speech class. I know that with Dr. King. I'll never forget that, but that was off campus. Can't remember what my very first classes were. I have the script at the house, but the script of classes or whatever, the enrollment from first to the end. Because when you transfer from here, you have to literally put all your classes in there and prove that they don't do it for you with it. You have to add them in there yourself and show them that you went to the college and submit that transcript. That's what it's called. Oh, this is the theater. I went to see several acts here. It was cool. But that's where the Learning Center was, right over there. Right over there. And all the science buildings are right over there if you're going to get into a science major. I take that back. I did have to write another, when I took the writing class to get better, I took a lot of writing then, so I apologize. I don't think she made us reference though. We just wrote. I took an English writing class here because I knew I was horrible at writing. And she gave me, I ended up getting a C, but I could have got a B, but I turned in some assignments late. And I remember I had to go see a play, Tartuffe. And that was over at Sac City College. That was so cool. That was cool. And I wrote a great paper on that and one on the fair we have here, the Sac State Fair. If I can dig those up, I'll share them with you sometime. I'm proud of my writings because it was very difficult and it took me hours to write papers because you got to redraft them and all that. So we came from that way. Now we're making our way to good old Myrtle right up here. And at that stoplight is where we will be making a right. Well, we're now going to go down Myrtle, but I had to cross the street here to get a picture of the sign. Myrtle, put back on your girdle. We're heading down this way. And as you can see, oh yes, our good old American River College sign. But we're heading down Myrtle this way. And we got to go way down there. So I walk on the outskirts because I'm trying to get as much exercise as possible. That's either the halfway point or College Oak Drive was the halfway point at our previous location. Currently we are at 10,667 steps. So let's see where we are as we continue on. Hopefully that was the halfway point. So look at this parking lot. This is the main parking lot in my opinion. And it would be just packed. As a matter of fact, sometimes there's free parking out here. It's $2 parking here, but there's free parking way down there. And that's the way I came up, way down there. I came up from Madison this way and parked way over there and then would walk that way to my classes. But when you're going more than one class, everybody tries to get that spot. So you better know your time. Sometimes you just have to pay. Better off, then you got to deal with it. But my time slot wasn't right in the morning when everyone got there, and it wasn't in the evening, so it was perfect. I don't remember the time. It might have been in the evening actually when I first started here. All I know is I got to park right out down there where I pointed to you for free. I am coming in on this side of the gate because I don't know if the gate up there is locked. Yeah, these last two ones, they lock sometimes, so. Boy, was it hard leaving this college. I'll never forget, I went and talked to one of the gals in the Learning Center, and I'm like, I'm afraid to go. She's like, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. It's the same thing, you'll get used to it. She goes, I felt the same way when I went. And I went, oh, you went to Sac State? She goes, yeah. I was overwhelmed too, but you'll be fine, George. And I went, thank you so much. And I've come back to go say hi to her, but I need to come back and tell her, you know what? It was cool. I'm just like that. Because when you go to college or any workplace or when you get used to when you become friends with the people, They become part of your life. And I like good people in my life. Now, when we get down there to the end, we'll turn right and go that way. But I'm walking these rigid turns here. I'm not cutting across because I want every step to count. As an archaeologist, I don't do excavation. I do pedestrian surveys, walking through forests. Some of the forests I've walked through are El Dorado National Forest, up there in Chester. Did a few weeks, months up there in the summer breaks. And I loved it, but you do a lot of walking. You got to be in shape. Up hills, up mountains. Yeah. And you got to watch out for bears, because where we do our surveying is off the beaten path, obviously. So it is in back of the college down here that there's a little off path that goes along the creek. But here's that parking spot. You can park all along here until you get to that no parking. That says no parking over there. And then you can park along all this for free until you get to the back of that telephone pole right there. Yep. So now we're heading down this way. The good old pay toll as you come in. There's a couple more over there. The yellow things, $2 a pop. Some students that were leaving would come by and go, "Here, I got you," and pass it off, pay it forward. Because you know what they say, starving students. I would do it too. If I was leaving and I saw someone going, "Hey, wait, here's my ticket." Right there's the welding metal building storage. And the welding shop used to be right here, but this is all new as of within the last 5 months. They just put this all up. But the welding shop was right where this parking lot is now, this new parking lot. And of course you have the horticulture people dealing with this whole area. There's a creek that separates this side from the last. Look at all that wetness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to walk through that. But yep, walk along here and it's such a beautiful path, but it's also very dangerous. I'll show you why. And yes, I've eaten lunch right there on those benches. Once, maybe twice. I got sick of eating in the same old main area over there. There's like a circle of grass. And I said, I'm going to eat right there. Here's why you have to be careful. Warning, safety is critical. If you must use the trail, travel with another person or in groups. There is safety in numbers. Stay alert to your surroundings. Be aware. Do not wear headphones or be distracted using your cellular phone. Report suspicious activity. The reason being is because there used to be a bunch of homeless people back there. Yes, and street people. Now, I didn't give them the bad name. The bad name came from the stuff that the street people and some of the homeless did. Now, that don't mean all homeless people are bad. It just means the ones that were back here were, that they had to put those signs up. Yes. So see how muddy this is now? It's going to get crazier. This is the horticulture. It's going to get crazier as we go on. This is the horticulture. My voice is going out. I'm trying to talk softer, but I also want you guys to be able to hear. I may have to not talk at all. Do you hear the bell? Oh man, that brings back so many memories. I remember that. So that is the 3 o'clock bell. We started this walk at 1. It's now 3. And we are not quite home at all yet. I don't know how far we are. We'll figure it out. but we know that that halfway point on Myrtle might be it. If we get 20,100 steps, then that was exact halfway point, because it was about 10.5 at Myrtle, crossing and turning right from College Oak Drive onto Myrtle. But man, yeah, this was my college. You know, when you go to school, you start, I don't know what to make of it. I guess what I'm saying is I enjoyed it, and I hate goodbyes. I guess that's what I'm saying. I hate goodbyes. Same with Aragon. Same with high school. Just, yep. I get attached, I guess. I have an attachment syndrome. Now this can get crazy and get filled with water. See how those bars go down? Yeah, it's pretty muddy. Oh, it's pretty muddy. It's pretty muddy. So I am glad I didn't wear my brand new Under Armours that my son got me. Got to be careful. The bridge is closed. I imagine the water gets pretty high here. I'm going to be fortunate enough to be able to walk across this thing, and hopefully I don't fall in. Watch your step. All right. Well, you have the park regulations: no alcoholic beverages, glass containers, trespassing, camping, motorized. Yeah, they put that sign up to stop the craziness. You can't camp back here anymore. Carts, dogs must be on leash, dumping and littering. I don't have any video of it when it was bad, because I wasn't doing a YouTube channel then. But I am now, and you get to see the niceness of it. It's really a cool little walk. Now I only carry that knife because it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And like I said, still sometimes there's shady characters back here, so it's not a big knife. It's just a little legally able to carry knife. But I'd rather have this in a scenario where I need it than not have it. I'm not pulling it out going, trying to cause a problem. I don't want a problem, but sometimes people get a little tipsy, and I don't know. If you stare at them too long, hey, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Try to avoid problems, that's all. That's what I say. Well, looky here. Yep, lots of mud puddles. Should I walk across it like that? No, I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. Whew. Beautiful homes right here, though. And having your backyard butted up to this during the unruly people back here crisis, we'll just do that. Because I don't want to say homeless is a bad thing, but the people that just made a ruckus out here, I can't imagine what these people dealt with, for reals. Yeah, you would have people camping back here. I'm guessing. I wasn't back here. This is a presumption, mind you. But it is such a beautiful walk. I love it. And a gal at the college turned me onto this. What was her name? I can't really remember. She was in my... Oh, I almost slipped. She was in my chemistry class. You had to take 3 there, beginning chemistry, and then 2 more. I can't remember the numbers. I got to get through all this. This is nuts. Peggy Sue or something like that. Yeah, she was a Filipino white chick. She was cool. Very cool. Yeah, she goes, oh, you want to go on the trail hike back there? She didn't really even know me. She came back here. I'm like, man, you're crazy. Not that I'm a threat, but I'm just saying she didn't really know me, and she's coming back. It's dangerous back here, people. It can be. That's why I tell walk in numbers, but anyway, she came back here with me. We walked it, and she turned me onto it. And I never knew about it. My first, whatever, many years going there. I didn't meet her till I had to choose my my major. So, and I took a break. So, yeah, I had went there on and off part-time. And you got to remember, I went there longer than the 2 years because I started from scratch. I had to rebuild all my math and my language, my writing skills, which was dumb. I should have just did the writing. But I knew I wanted to get into, originally, astronomy, physics, stuff like that. I like that. But you got to be on point and have a great memory. You really do. So that kind of messed it up for me. So I just took biotechnology, settled on general science, and decided, after taking an anthropology class at ARC my last semester with the archery class, I said, hey, I really like this. Originally, I wanted culture, language, and society, where I get to go into a culture and actually study them from not study them, you spend time with them and then write about their culture or how it works. It's whatever you want, how humans are, interact, cultures. Whoa, I almost slipped again. But I don't know what. I ended up taking archaeology and biological anthropology. But guess what? With that major, you have to leave home all the time. And I have dogs. And my son wasn't graduated yet. So I'd have to leave him home when I'd go in the summer. Because I started there in 2023. He was still in high school. And I'm sure he loved it. But I was like, hey, you got to walk the dogs every day because they need their exercise. They can't just be sitting inside. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Got to be careful going through here. Look at that. It's so beautiful over there. So that might be a problem for me taking off, because you're gone for like 10 days at a time, back home for 4 days. Then you're leave again for 10 days. Sometimes it's 5. But you are not home during the on season. Off season in the winter, when you can't see the ground, you're not doing it if there's snow, if you're in a snow area. You got to transfer to another location and find work somewhere else in, regions that don't have snow. Arizona, in the lower parts of Arizona where it don't snow during the winter. So yeah, you're off work sometimes 3 months out of the year. I don't know. Another big puddle. So unless you have your master's degree, yeah, that's 2 more years. I didn't want to do 2 more years. I'm done. I'm happy with this. I barely made it. There was many times I wanted to quit. At least 6. At least 6 times I was like, I'm done. Can't do this. My brain can't remember all this stuff. I can barely remember some of the stuff from the first semester. It's like you're at a fast pace at full time. You got to take it in quick. Exam, study, read. I mean, there's so much reading. And like I said, how these kids do it, I do not know full time. Oh my goodness. Your brain has to be a sponge. Reading, tests, exams. Just homework. Yeah, I didn't have a life. No life whatsoever, especially at ARC when I first started the biotechnology venture. Oh my goodness. I was there from morning till afternoon just trying to keep up and get my brain acclimated back to school, and a lot tougher. I don't know. For some it might be easy. For me it was very difficult. And I settled on that general science degree. So beautiful. Love this oak. Settled on the general science degree, and then flipped the script right at my last semester when I had an anthropology class. Can't remember the professor's name, but we learned about the Egyptian society, primarily the women, because she was a gal and she went there and had did a participant observation, where you get an informant, which are the people you talk with. You can pay them and write about them, and you have to make sure that you review everything with them, what you're doing. And basically, in Egypt, at a certain age, some girls, and it's their custom, and that's the whole thing with anthropology, you have to be open-minded. It's their custom, it's what they did. But they have the women, the young girls at a certain age, have their private parts, or their private part, erased. That's the best way I can put it nicely. So that they don't have feeling there. They do things like rub sand in the area, some other stuff. I don't remember it fully, but my goodness. And she taught that, and that was in her lecture, part of her lecture book, and we had to discuss that. And she was just crazy. She had problems with that. And as someone who studies another culture, you're supposed to be open-minded. You cannot judge, basically. You have to be non-judgmental about it. It's their culture. It's kind of hard to do that. Like people that go and study cannibalism, tribes, yeah. It's crazy. I do not like spiders. So if I had to eat, there's one tribe I was watching on some channel, on the History Channel or something, they catch these huge spiders and they eat them. Oh my goodness, I would be totally disrespecting the tribe when they passed me that soup drink that they had to drink from. I would have to pretend, I'm sorry, oh gosh, I am not going to eat a spider. Here's where things get a little crazy. We're going to go under this walkway, and this was a major problematic area for sure. Going under this bridge. Yep, they don't want you messing around anymore. Excuse me. So, this is actually very slippery. I don't want to slide down the hill. Oh my goodness. But that's where I'll be ending up going. Whoa. Oh, stay tuned. Okay, we just came from underneath the bridge. Beautiful little creek right here. Heading up this trail. It wasn't as bad. I thought it was going to be a lot more mushier through the trail, but we're done with the American River College and back of the college trail. And now we're at some park. I don't know the name of the park. I kind of just started doing this walk in the last, I want to say 6 months, maybe even less. I will walk up this and head up right there and get onto some regular ground at the back of those apartments and make my way to Madison Avenue. Now we're on this nice little path behind the apartments. I don't know what the name of the street is, but we will follow this up to Madison Avenue and make our way home. We are in the final stretch. Oh boy, so I don't know that this is just like a back alley to these apartments, and I'm going to be walking down it. So stay tuned. Well, we have a few friends here, the turkeys. I call my kiddo Turkey. Hi, turkeys, are you walking towards me? I love the wildlife, but whoever started this, it's like in every neighborhood in certain areas. It's like you can go to the Bay Area, you see them there. Where you won't see them, I bet, is in San Francisco, huh? That's for sure. You won't see turkey. There might be a neighborhood, I don't know of one, but I've seen these in Foster City, San Mateo, actually San Mateo, all around Sacramento areas. Yep, pretty cool. All the way down to the end there. Are my feet hurting? Just a little bit. Not my feet, my knees. I haven't walked this one. For a while I was sick. December 13th all the way through January 1st even. Yeah. So I'm still getting over it. Thought I had a walking pneumonia, but I didn't. Thank goodness. We just came from around that turn, and it continues on through the back here. I don't see a street name, so I have no idea. But we continue down this way and make our way. It zigzags through here. Almost at Madison. Okay, we just came from there, heading out. And this street right here is Hackberry. That I do know. And we're gonna be making a right on Madison. Now, we'll be going down Madison. Hip hip hooray. Heading that way. That's in back of me. And we're going this way. Actually, we're heading east. Heading east on Madison, going home. Oh, I love that Sizzler. I eat there many a times for special occasions. KFC. Yes, yes. You know, I don't really eat at Arby's. I need to try them out. Oh, and we can't forget Lumberjacks. I've eaten here a couple of times. They're pretty good. They're all right. They're all right. My go-to place is the Sizzler, though. Crossing Manzanita from Madison. And believe it or not, this place right here, this Bottoms Up, the gals here actually serve the coffee apparently in lingerie. Would you believe it? Yes, Bottoms Up Espresso drive-thru bikini barista. When they first opened, they weren't in bikinis, they were in lingerie. Because a friend of mine goes, hey, those gals in there are serving in lingerie. I go, get out of here. And I had to see for myself. But now, I guess it was too much for, people constantly driving through. They're not even buying coffee. So they threw them in bikinis, man. Plus, if I had a daughter, she would definitely not be working there in lingerie. That's crazy. Good little gimmick, though. Aaron's, Little Caesars. Remember the Little Caesars I told you about? That I'd bring to my son at his elementary school? Well, that's where I got it. Right there. Little Caesars. Cheezers, cheezers. It's like 3:38. And boy, is it busy out today. Home Depot over there. And that's my Walmart way over there, my Carmichael Market. That's where I shop. We have the beautiful palm trees along this way, but my goodness, we lost a lot of the palm tree, can't remember what they're called, leaves? They're not leaves, but the palms. So they come falling down from there during the storm. And they end up all right here. They probably hit a few of these cars. Probably not safe to park your vehicle out here. I am at 15,569 steps. And honestly, my knees hurt. A little bit in my ankles. So I gotta be in shape. This shouldn't be hurting me. This probably over 5 miles, but when you're out in the field, you gotta walk more than that. Like I said, I had some downtime when I was sick. I just didn't do anything. I'll be honest, I didn't do anything when I was sick. I was trying to get out and do the little 1 hour walk, half hour away, half hour back home. And I was just like, you know what? I don't feel good. I'm just going to baby myself today. And I didn't do anything for 3 days. I literally just ate chopped up onion in some of the Morichiman or Top Ramen noodle chicken and ate that. And that helped my throat a lot. I even put a little extra salt in there. One time I squeezed the lime in it, threw some egg in it. But that's how I was trying to get better. I was like, I thought I had a walking pneumonia. But yeah, I'm in a little bit of pain right now at this point. At that mark I just told you, 15,000 steps. So no palm trees here. As you can see, it's pretty dead. Oh, Kim's Nails. I'll take my mom there on occasion until she started charging me $80. And I said, I'm not taking you there anymore because I can get them done for $50, both a pedicure and a manicure. So I decided not to take her there anymore. But everyone's got to make a buck. Did you know that editing is the hardest part of this, in my opinion? Because it took me a couple hours on my last video. Who knows how long it's going to take to do this one. It takes a few hours because you got to rewatch it, and then when you're finally done, it's recommended to watch the whole video through. Recommended. I didn't do that on my very first video, and look at the mess ups. I did do it on my second video where I threw together the bicycle, the turbo and packaging. Continuing on. Look at that cool Airstreamer, and it looks like it's in great condition. Awesome. I love camping, but I normally go in a tent. I wonder if that would change my whole perspective. Once you go there, you'll never go back. I wonder, because I do enjoy my tent and the back of my truck. Mind you, I don't have one of those camper shells. I just have a, what is it, cloth tarp with the bars going across, and that seems to have worked for me just fine. We are making some ground. I'm very sore though, I ain't gonna lie. Now it's just a bunch of ivy, beautiful ivy we get to walk next to. Now I like these curves. You know, the squared off ones with the 90-degree angle. Why did we switch from that when I was a kid to those ones up there? I'll show you, that are curved over, that a car can go right up over easily. If you know, please let me know in the comments, because I do not know why we did that. Is it easier? Was it for the handicap? I don't know. I like this rigid 90-degree turn. Here's what I'm talking about. This is a rounded curve. It's rounded. Although it is a nice walk, it is very dangerous. Well, I'm continuing on my walk, but when you walk by here, you would never notice this. It's like a little encampment, but I guess no cover from the rain. Whoa. Continuing on. Coming up on Dewey. If you recall, we crossed that on our way down towards the elementary school earlier. If you've never tried this and you're in the Sacramento, Fair Oaks area, Rocky's Chicken. It is so good. Get the chicken on top of the French fries. Oh my goodness. It is so delish. That Rocky's chicken used to be called Kiki's. They sold out, so yeah, they're pretty darn good. Back on Dewey. Like I mentioned before, we crossed that way back down when we were going down Moraga. But who doesn't love good Mexican food? And there's Adalberto's, Adalberto's all around, and there's an Adalberto's. All good restaurants, all good Mexican food. So now we're heading back down Dewey. I'm approximately 7 blocks away from home. I can't wait to be back home. Very tired. It is also 4:12. So this walk normally takes right around 3 hours. It's taking a little longer because I'm filming. Actually 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's going beyond that. So let's see what's up. Oh, I can't wait to turn the street because I'm not far from home. I thought best for etiquette to, privacy reasons, it's probably not best to give you every street on my way back home. I don't know. I don't normally trip, but I think it's frowned upon, or people need their privacy. I don't know. But yes, this is the final stretch, folks. Beautiful tree right there. Our final stretch home. It's all we can do, folks. It's all we can do. But what a beautiful tree. Right next to a church. One of the nicer parks. This used to be all wooded trees, and they finally put up a park here. I've spent many hours playing with Christopher here when he was little. Oh yeah, we definitely have a fallen tree from the past day storms. My son played on this playground so many times when he was little. I loved it. Man, time flies. And I can't tell you how many times he played basketball here. This is where he but this is where he would practice. He was on the basketball team, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Wish they'd put a net back up in there. I take 8th grade back. He might have, I think that's when COVID started. And can't remember. He may have played in 8th grade. So either basketball season was going to start because COVID kicked everyone out March 1st. I remember that, 2020, for a fact. And he would have played, but because of that, he didn't. I believe that's what happened. I think basketball would have kicked up, well, maybe not March, April, May, June. I think he did play basketball that year. And then school kicked out, and he never went back after that because the whole 9th grade was done online. It was dumb. And I think 10th wasn't. All of the rest of the school year, 8th grade and then 9th grade was done pretty much online. I couldn't believe that stuff. The kids could turn off their screen. Yeah, you didn't have to do it because some kids' homes were messed up and they were embarrassed. Well, don't put your laptop with the background showing your house. If I was a teacher, I would not be cool with that, but because kids have a way, I guess some people, I don't know. I think you should have your screen on because the teacher, I'm telling you, if I wasn't around to see what my kid was doing, he would be messing up. Hey man, be respectful. I made him turn his screen off even though everyone turned it on, even though everyone else's was off. Because I was like, that's disrespectful. And he learned that, being respectful of the teacher goes a long way. It really does. Especially when all the other kids are being silly and not being respectful. If you're the one standing out, boy, it goes a long way, let me tell you. Let me tell you. So this guy has the hugest front yard, no joke. How would you like to mow that lawn? I mean, geez Louise, and the other guy next to him, this guy has the biggest yard in all the neighborhood. It's cool though. Yeah, he put up these signs because people were coming through here, ripping through and tearing up his lawn. Do you think there's really spikes out there? I don't. But it's a deterrent. Oh, it feels so good to be almost home. It is 4:27 p.m. It's time to cut the lawn. Oh yes, a great sign if you've ever been to Los Angeles. Talk about a long walk. The total steps I took were 19,116 for a total of 8.43 miles. It's now 4:30. Pretty tired. I'm going to call it a day. Thank you for coming on this walk with me. If you like this video, please press the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. This is The Real Deal YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.